What's happening in Coachella Valley? This is Craig Campbell for CoachellaValley.com, and I got my famous co-host right next to me, Francoise Rhodes. And you can already see that we're in two different locations. Guys, you got to stick around for this show today because we've got some amazing guests. The American Express, the actual tournament is happening. It starts on Wednesday, Francoise, and we got the tournament director with us today a little bit later in the show. And Francoise, we have two dynamic, Bronwyn Nyson and also Rob from the CW3 Confidence Summit. They're coming on, and that was sold out last year. It's a virtual event this year, and we have a special that's going to be allow every single person that is listening today to be able to attend that and enjoy that conference free on us until 11:59 tonight. That you can sign up, and so we'll talk about that. How are you doing, Francoise?
I am fantastic. As you can see, I'm back outside again, and the weather is beautiful here in the Coachella Valley. And it's great to kind of see you next to me on one side or the other. Hopefully soon we will be sitting in the same room together and doing our thing. But anyway, this is so great that you set this all up. American Express, been a big favorite of mine, the tournament. I've been mediating that event for 20-some years. So I'm so glad to see it coming back this year and not being postponed like so many other things. So, and also the event, the CW3, very exciting. So.
Sorry about that. I had my phone on Today's California. I wanted to make sure it was streaming live. We're streaming live on Today's California and, of course, on Coachella Valley. And helping us today is Sean. Sean, join us for a second real quick. How you doing?
How's it going? How are you guys doing?
The Director of Community Engagement, I think, for both Desert Sands and the Desert Sands Foundation, Educational Foundation. You're working behind the scenes today, but also out front because you and I have been doing all kinds of things, Sean, and I just appreciate you and love Desert Sands. Tell me what's going on.
You know, I just want to thank you for this partnership that we have with, it's not every day that you get a school district partnering with a media company. And thank you very much for partnering with us. We greatly appreciate that, where you are helping us present all the great things that are going on in education. For those of you that don't know, we did Senior Sunrise with Shadow Hills High School and La Quinta High School here. We had, people from all over the world that are watching our seniors do their traditional event in a virtual way. And then you also helped us out. You were the main one of the main media sponsors for CAMFest. So thank you very much for partnering with us. And in return, we love being able to help you present CoachellaValley.com and what's happening in a different format.
You bet. You know what? Those sunrises with those children and kids are so spectacular. Yeah. They show up. They're so excited. They haven't been able to really get together with their friends. It was done so responsibly, but yet the energy for both of those sunrise events, which usually happen when school comes back, but they weren't able to do it until later, was really incredible. And I think also, we're looking at maybe doing something with the Palm Desert High School and actually bringing this particular show in studio and having some of the students there help us produce, and that would be a lot of fun as well. Hey, Sean, you mentioned something about what's going on real quick before we get into all the other great things. Don't forget the American Express. We have the director of the American Express right here, the executive director of the American Express tournament. And also we have the founders of the CW3 Confidence Summit coming on in just a little bit, going to join us. So, but you mentioned that there were already vaccines going on at Desert Sands. Can you give me a little bit of an update on what is happening in that arena?
Yeah, I'll share with you. Just the other day, on 3 days ago, we received an email. All the employees at Desert Sands, that 3,000 employees of us, received it from the superintendent that talked about vaccination clinics are underway. They're going on. I actually know of a couple of my colleagues just right here in offices around me that are scheduled to get vaccinations this upcoming week. Some are actually going through Riverside County over at the Date Festival, the fairgrounds there, and some are actually getting the vaccinations like at a Ralph's or an Albertsons. But we have the ability, by showing our district badge, since we're in 1B, to go ahead and apply for our vaccinations, and we just have to show proof that we work for the school district. One of the cool things that's going to be happening is in La Quinta, at La Quinta High School, they have an auxiliary gymnasium on Dune Palms. That will be opening up as a vaccination clinic too. And as soon as we have more information about that, I'll definitely be sharing that. But I know one of the big things that Craig and Francois that you guys do during your show is you highlight the people that are watching. I just want to give you a little heads up. You got a John Felix that said, "Hi, Francois." He also said
Hey,
hi
what's
to
going on?
Craig. And then you'll love this, Craig. We've got our own mayor of La Quinta that's on here. Said hello to me personally.
Hey, Linda Evans. That's
She loved
fantastic.
the teamwork that we have with everything going on. And then she greatly appreciated, us doing the senior sunrise there. So that's pretty awesome.
Hey, we're doing the American Express, which is also in her town. They're at the PGA West starting on Wednesday. We have the director here on the show today, so don't leave us. And we have a special deal for you guys for the CW3 Confidence Conference that's coming up, Summit, that we were going to bring on our guest in just a little bit here. Francoise, it's Martin Luther King. We're on a 3-day weekend, 85 degrees today. I mean, what is going on here in the Coachella Valley?
I can feel the sun just beating on my back, and I'm also watching the golfers off to my right, which would be your left. Anyway, to make sure that they don't hit this way. But yes, this is fascinating because I'm actually sitting here watching the show as well, which is, I don't know, the whole thing is weird. It's almost as if I'm just one of your viewers and listeners and fans, which I am, but now I'm part of it as well. Okay, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, which is tomorrow, the 18th. Just to give everybody a heads up, the banks are closed. There won't be any mail, and your trash pickup is going to be a day late. So remember that. No banks, no mail, no trash pickup until the following day. Got it?
How exciting.
I don't know. Well, everybody always, what are the first questions people get up on a holiday and ask themselves? Do we get mail today? Are the banks open?
I know.
It always happens.
I know. You never know. You never know. You never know if your mail's coming, if you can go to the bank. And usually if you can't do those, you think your trash isn't going to be picked up, but sometimes it is. It's crazy. You got to have a flow chart.
Sorry to interrupt you guys again, but I'll tell you, you've got over 75 viewers watching live right now. We got another comment from our mayor. Greetings from Glamis. That's where she is on this long weekend. We also have an Acadia Sepulveda who just put up some hearts for us. Good morning to this beautiful day from Vicky Lee Mills.
Hey, Vicky, how you doing?
Anthony Enriquez just saying right, talking about the temperatures and everything. Good morning, everyone, from Ray and Linda Benitez. And then virtual version is, I don't know what that means, so I'm going to just take off the screen. But there you go, got some comments there.
You guys are always so bold in doing both first and last names. I'm always kind of just a first name person because I'm always so afraid I'm going to butcher it. But you're in the education industry, so you're used to going for it. You just got to say, "Hey, is John Smith here?"
No,
and say that first and last name.
Hey,
you know what?
Oh no! Imagine trying to learn like 200 names in a week when you have your first class of the year. That always takes place, and now in a virtual summit, it's even different, right? But no,
I would just say student number 3.
Not the relationships we need, though. There.
That's true. Well, they could just call me Professor 1.
Yeah.
So it would work both ways. Hey, what do you guys think about talking about the CW3 Confidence Summit right now? We have a couple of amazing speakers. The founder is with us today. And this was an event that happened last year here in the Coachella Valley for women, talking about wellness and wealth and all kinds of amazing things. And it was sold out last year. Oh, there we go. Hey, Rob, how are you doing?
Good morning and welcome.
Bronwyn, how are you guys doing?
First of all, I might be a little dark. It's so good to see everybody.
Happy New Year. Tell us who you are and where you're at and why you're talking to us. Take it away, Rob.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Craig. And thank you guys for having us here. So we're excited to have this Thursday our second annual Confidence Summit. It's CW3, which stands for Women, Wealth, and Wellness. So I'm the wellness component. Bronwyn is our wellness director and just dynamo. She's going to talk about the 7 principles of self-care. I'll talk about the 7 keys to financial wellness. It's an all-day event. We have 17 different speakers plus more for everyone who wants to attend. And it's an exciting day that we're going to have coming up this week. So we want to inspire everybody.
Great. Hi, good morning. It's so good to see you, Francois and Craig and Rob as well. And I'm it's amazing with technology what we can do now. And I'm no longer in the Valley, but I am very much present with the CW3. So yes, I'm the lead speaker for wellness for the CW3, and Rob graciously brought me on last year, which we never knew what it would really spiral into, but so blessed and grateful to be able to be with such an amazing group of people to help further empower women so that they can, feel the confidence really to move forward with any of their thoughts, their ideas. And especially having, this pandemic, I think it's been a great time for people to really be able to rest and think about their ideas. And now is the best time. At the Confidence Summit on Thursday, I'm actually really sad we're not in person, of course, but we have such an incredible lineup of people. There's 17 speakers. Rob's speakers are amazing when it comes to financial wellness. My wellness panel is fantastic as well. And I'm really going to be sharing my 7 keys, and those were developed from my personal, I guess you could say, hardships and the challenges, but also my victories. And I just want to help inspire other women. And I'm so grateful that I have this platform to be able to do that.
Hey guys, I really appreciate it. You know what? I'm working on my my electricity on my phone, so you guys are going to have to continue on. Hey, Francoise, why don't you join us in here and pick it up, and I'll be right back at you guys.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Okay, we all right? Technology. This event is geared towards women. So I'm wondering, during the pandemic, have the women sort of fallen behind with what's available to them, or are they actually gaining strides in what's available to them?
Yeah, Francois, it's a great question, and ultimately, the inspiration and the mission of the CW3 Confidence Women in Wealth is essentially to educate and empower and to partner with you every step of the way. Because of the pandemic and what we've learned from last year, everyone's going through something financially speaking. Everyone, I see that all the time as a financial advisor on a daily basis. That being said, there are some real-time relevant tips and tricks and insights that we're going to provide for you by joining us to help you sort of connect where you are today, provide you that guidance and that encouragement. But better yet, you're not hearing it for just Bronwyn and myself. We're speaking, but we also have, again, 14 other speakers that are going to talk about, the importance of mindset. So one of my keys to financial wellness is mindset. Key number 1. We have a speaker that is a 3-time Olympic athlete, 5-time Olympic gold medalist, Dana Vollmer. Dana talks about the importance of mindset, the ups of life, the downs of life, basically winning her first gold medal, and then ultimately her whole personal story. But her mindset really has the opportunity, or her speech on it will connect with our audience to hopefully change and engage someone, any one of us who joins, to inspire them to say, hey, 2021 is going to be that year for us. Last year we were hoping and praying for 100 people, right? When Bronwyn and I decided to say, hey, let's have this idea for the community here in the Coachella Valley. And we got over 126, sold out, standing room only. It was extremely, 94% of the audience said they wanted more, like a 2-day event. We're heartbroken right now that we can't, as Bronwyn says, we can't be in person with you. We truly want to. That being said, this has doubled our audience. So we're over 250 right now. For the audience today, we're going to talk about, you can go to the Confidence Summit, CW3. And for those that are here listening, we're going to give you a Confidence Summit code for free access for this week. So just sign up. It's CW3 CV. So Coachella Valley basically is short for. So everyone who signs up before midnight tonight will have a free access to that. Thank you, Burger Foundation, for providing our community with those, whoever wants to access this event. But we've got a huge event. You sign up. If you can't make it on Thursday, that's okay, because you'll have access to all the resources, all the speakers, and all this event for the next 6 months. So get your friends, your family, start the conversation both on financial wellness as well as self-care. And Bronwyn, tell us a little bit more about the self-care aspect.
Yes. Gosh, my 7 principles range anywhere from establishing a morning routine to obviously your confidence level, making sure that you're aligning yourself with the right people. And, I have some great speakers. You will recognize for sure one of them who is a local celebrity there, Thalia Hayden, who will be speaking about confidence. And we know that that can waver up and down. And I've actually already had a sneak peek at Thalia's speech, which will be, you'll be able to see that on Thursday in 6 months from there on out, as Rob mentioned. And, Thalia did a great job on speaking about confidence, talking about really, I'll give you a little insight that, sometimes we fake it to make it. And she really gives some tools and tips and the things that she's been able to do, even being that of a person who is, on the news every day. She's in the forefront. We also have a brand new author. Her name is Daniela Rushton, and she took her thought of an idea from a book that she wanted to write, and she made that a reality. So it's things like that. We're also going to have dancing as a part of it. So we've got some movement. My platform, evolveyogaonline.com, will also be offered. We have a girls call the shots. So we do have a happy hour that we're going to be doing. As girls, we like that, right? It's also available for teenage girls. So, we're really happy that we can offer that. Rob has 4 children, 3 girls. I have 2 daughters, and I think it's going to be a great inspiring day for teenage girls who are trying to get out into the world, with this, we go from this pandemic, and then some of these, kids are graduating. So now where do they go? So we have some really great tips and tools for teenagers. Every speaker was able to give some tips and insights, kind of from the perspective of like, what would you have done at that young age if you knew what you know now, kind of tips. I
have a question about
Sure.
all the speakers, because everything you're talking about, you're just hitting on all these fabulous points. And I think sometimes with women, we don't always ask those questions that we need to ask. We sometimes get a little lost in the process of where do we go next? And how are you going to be addressing that at the conference?
I think everyone will be basing that, I think, from their own personal experience. I think one big value from this is that every speaker has a story. Each story starts, they've started from here and they've gone here. So I think sometimes people, they have a tendency to look at like where you are now, but they don't realize that it took all this hard work to get to where they are now. And, I have a backstory. I mean, everyone's success that is a part of this conference started from somewhere, but had a lot of different hardships that went with it along the way. And so I think that that's going to be a really big value, because some people may feel like, I don't know the right questions to ask, or I don't know where to start, or how do I do this? Well, we all started from somewhere, and not all of our stories are that pretty.
Hey, I want to make it, I'm sorry. I want to make it
feeling down, or they feel like they don't have what it takes, you're going to meet some incredible speakers that also felt the same way at that time. And then
hey, Bronwyn, I want to make it really easy for you guys. Just go right over to CoachellaValley.com. You can see it right there on the bottom. The very second article is all about the CW3 Summit. We have a link that's directly to your site, giving this offer for today. It's going to end tonight, 11:59. We're giving you an opportunity to enjoy this. And the cool thing about this is it lives afterwards. So not only can you enjoy, participate, be in a Q&A while it's live, but if you happen to miss it, or somewhere the time zone, if you're overseas or wherever else you might be, of course you can replay it. And you can enjoy 17 different speakers. This is something you guys need to take advantage of. It's also designed for teens, as you guys mentioned as well. So we're very happy to be a part of this. And so we want to share and promote. The code is right there. But if you go to CoachellaValley.com, there's a link right there, right on the top of the page. You can click on it and sign up today. And thank you to the Berger Foundation for that. Hey, Sean.
Hey, I just want to say thank you also to Rob and Bronwyn for partnering with education. Also for Francois and Craig, that you don't know, they've offered us a special code for all the students in the Coachella Valley as well. So we pushed out this code to our students. Hopefully we'll get some more signups and so forth. But I'm looking forward to hearing the numbers and how many take advantage of this opportunity. Because being in education, and now that I'm at the district level, I could see that every possibility that we provide our students with these types of things is just great.
Hey, Rob, I can see from just early this morning, already about 75 click-throughs to that link, just off of CoachellaValley.com. So hopefully that turns into something super powerful and very exciting.
Real quick, it's important for everyone out there. This is, as Sean mentioned, as Bronwyn mentioned, I am the father of 4 teenagers. 3 are high schoolers, a senior, a sophomore, and a freshman. We have a high school component, as Sean talked about. This is for not only the high schoolers in the Coachella Valley here, but Bronwyn has 2 high schoolers as well, 2 daughters. 9 out of 10 women will be solely responsible for their own financial well-being at some point in time in their lives. So think about that, your friends, your family, your daughters, this is for everybody. And that's one of the things, whether the education is there or the financial education is not there in high schools, we're going to provide it. This is going to be that opportunity. And we just think, everyone in the community, sign up. We really want to help just change one life at a time, and something inspiring, but we're going to do a great environment with all these speakers. So we appreciate it.
Well, you bet. I'm so excited, as always. I'm going to let everybody know what we're doing. This is Craig Campbell for What's Happening in Coachella Valley. This is a weekly Sunday, 11:11. We start every single week, and we talk about the things that are going on in this lovely, beautiful community here, the Greater Palm Springs area and Coachella Valley. And I usually get a chance to do it with my co-host, Francoise Rhodes. Oftentimes in studio. We've been doing this for well over a year. Hey. And there she is outside. The neatest thing about this technology is just seeing all the beauty of the different locations that we're in. And I really appreciate you guys taking time to come out here and share this really important information. And I'm looking forward to tuning in with you guys on January 21st for your first. It starts at 9 o'clock in the morning.
We're going to have a wonderful event, and we just, want to share that with everyone here. And Craig, thank you for the opportunity, Francois. This is wonderful, and we love watching your show. So thank you for having us on.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. It's so fun.
Women need.
Hey, Bronwyn, it's good to see you.
Great to see you guys.
Good to see everyone. Thanks for having us.
You bet. So, guys, don't leave us now. We still have the tournament director of the American Express. How about that? That's going to be super exciting. It's coming up. That tournament starts on Wednesday, Francois, and you know a lot about golf. You and I, like you said, you and I have been media sponsors for that event for so many years, being able to take photos, interview, be in the be at the press conferences and report, and be in that powerful environment. And it's going to be virtual this year. It'll be a little bit different, but still going to give away $6.7 million to somebody.
I know, it's crazy. And the winner's going to get 1.2 million. And that used to always be, kind of a point of contention down here. They said the purse wasn't high enough, but now it's a great 1.2 million to the winner. So no one can be complaining about that. Plus there's changes on how they're playing the tournament, on what courses they're using, which I find interesting. And I want to see how that's going to work out in the long run for the American Express.
So before we bring on Pat, I want to let you know that we have a couple more comments that have come through. You got to love that Mayor Evans has watched the whole time, and she said chicks rock as they were talking about everything that's going on. So I want to make sure to highlight these comments here. We also had
Thank you, Linda. We really appreciate that. Mayor of La Quinta, and of course that's exciting because both the PGA West is there. Hey, Linda, did you take a look at our little drive-by last week? I think got about 12,000 views for La Quinta there. We were showcasing the Cove and the Certified Farmers Market, which of course is open right now as we speak.
Yep. You also had a Vicky that says loves the sevens.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And then Simon said about just gave us a little hand clap there. What's going on? And then I've been popping in the code there. I put it on all the different sites and so forth, so people can use that to make sure to sign up for the summit. But I will say
that summit is $127 value, guys. 17 speakers. So simple. Go to CoachellaValley.com. There's an article about the conference. All you got to do is click on it, and there's a link right in there that will take you there. It gives you instant. It takes the 127 off instantaneously, makes it free, but it's only available for today, and it goes away. And then after that, it's going to cost you some bucks.
Great event. Great.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'll bring in Pat for you if you like.
How about that? That'd be fantastic.
Perfect. There we go.
Hey, Pat, how are you doing? Pat McCabe, the director of the American Express Tournament. I'm so excited to have you. How are you?
I'm doing well, Craig. Francois, how are you guys doing today?
So where are you coming from? I assume you're in La Quinta maybe today.
I am. I'm calling you from my tournament office here out of PGA West. I have a beautiful view of the driving range, masked up, of course, safety first, as I just finished going out on the golf course. Some of the PGA Tour professionals who have already gotten their COVID test have arrived here this morning to get a little practice in before next week's event.
So are you doing a pro amateur type of event like always, starting on Wednesday?
So this year, out of an abundance of caution, the PGA Tour and American Express decided to forego, the 3-day pro-am, which has been a staple of this event, as you all know, for the last 62 years. Again, with current health regulations in place and being cautious was A1A priority. So the traditional multi-day pro-am will not take place this year.
So, Pat, I know that this year people cannot attend it, but they obviously can watch it and see it. Can you give us quickly where they'll be able to find it, see it, and stay on board for this tournament?
Absolutely. So starting on Wednesday, there will be a new event this year, the American Express Charity Challenge, which will feature Phil Mickelson, our tournament host. He will actually be emceeing the event and walking inside the ropes with Paul Casey and Tony Finau, with a couple of fun celebrities that will be on Wednesday, and then Thursday through Sunday. Obviously, if you're here at PGA West and you own a home here, you can watch right out your back door. You can't follow any golf, but if not, check us out on the Golf Channel, of course, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Something that I'm so upset about that I'm gonna miss this year, of course, are the classic rock and the country, the music that you guys have been brought on. I don't know if you know this, Pat, but I am one of the only photographers that you guys have been able to bring there. Not able, but you gave me the privilege of the last 4 years of actually shooting that all the way back to Fits in the Tantrums, which I really appreciate. And it's been such a connection with your team and everything else. And I'm going to miss that this year.
I know they've grown a little bit since that first year of Fits in the Tantrums, huh? If you're out here last
year. A little bit. Yeah, the stage got a little bigger.
That's right.
Anyway, I'm sure you're bringing that back next year. I'm sorry, Sean. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Pat, my name is Sean Webb. I'm with the Desert Sands Unified School District for help producing this today. And I just want to say thank you. I remember when I first came on as an administrator with Desert Sands, you guys were doing a program where we could sell tickets, and it went directly for different organizations within Desert Sands at schools. And I just want to say thank you for that, and thank you for all that you do for the community out here.
Yeah, you touch on a great point, and as we did unfortunately have to cancel the Pro-Am format last week, and no spectators, no concerts, Craig, but next year for sure. One of the important pieces of this event, as you know, is giving back to nonprofits in the charitable community right here locally in the Coachella Valley. So American Express is committed to delivering over $1 million from this year's event to local nonprofits, which, again, as our title sponsor, we couldn't be more appreciative and more thankful. So truly, it's all because of them. And although the event will look different this year with just professional golfers, no fans, no concerts, at the end of the day, over $1 million will still be going back to local nonprofits.
Hey, the one thing that people need to know is that the American Express is happening this year, and a lot of people don't know that. I've been talking to people, and they're like, gosh, I had no idea. Well, it is happening, and the golfers are already out there starting to warm up, get used to the driving range, the putting place. There's so many different practice areas out there. What I was reading, are you guys only doing 2 courses this year as opposed to the 3rd course?
That's correct. Yeah. So typically, as I mentioned, with that Pro-Am format, we'd have double the amount of golfers. We'd have 156 amateur golfers and 156 professionals. But now that it is only professionals and only 156 golfers, we'll be utilizing just the stadium course and the Nicklaus course here at PGA West. So they'll play each of those courses on Thursday and Friday next week. And then Saturday, Sunday will only be here at the stadium course.
And Pat, you don't see this as being something that's going to go on in the future, do you, of just having the 2 courses?
No, I mean, it's as I mentioned, Francois, out of an abundance of caution, the health and safety is so important to American Express, to the PGA Tour, to all of us here on the tournament staff that, we're hopeful that it's just going to be a 1-year thing. And And at the end of the day, thankful that still a lot of money is going to go back to local nonprofits. So we love our amateur golfers. It's been a staple for this event for since it started back in the late 50s. And so we would certainly plan to have the full Pro-Am back next year.
You know, it's really also. Oh, I'm so sorry, Francois. Go ahead.
I just wanted to bring out the players: Brooks Koepka, Tony Finau, Ricky Fowler, of course, Phil. I mean, you have a tremendous field coming here to the desert. We're really excited about this.
Yeah, it is. It's strong. We have, I believe, I just looked this morning. It's 8 or 9 of the top 20 golfers in the world. So we also have John Rahm. We also have Patrick Cantlay, Ricky Fowler. The list goes on and on. Paul Casey, Francesco Molinari, Patrick Reed. So we're excited. It should be a great field that people can watch on TV and cheer them on from home. So,
you know, right there on Coachella Valley, Francois.com, we actually put the entire list. The whole field is up there. An article about the American Express, so you guys can get a little bit more information. CoachellaValley.com. First article right up there, just to help you guys out if you're tuning in today and listening to us. We have the director of the tournament, the American Express, Pat McCabe, with us. And my co-host, Francois Rhodes, is with us as well with Traveling with Francois. And we are talking a little bit about this amazing tournament. You know, Pat, people don't know that this is I believe this is correct, it's the first tournament that the PGA actually has on the 48 contiguous state within the United States, the continental United States. Is that right? It's the first tournament this year?
In 2021, that's correct. So they're over in Hawaii right now. The way that the PGA Tour is structured now, where it's a wraparound season. So the first event actually of the 2020-2021 season was back in September, actually in Northern California, up in Napa. So there have been some events back at the end of 2020, which was technically the beginning of the year. So we're excited, though, for 2021 to be. They've been 2 events over in Hawaii, and then they'll be with us here in beautiful Coachella Valley, and then on to San Diego next week after us. So,
how do the purse amounts get determined? You know, $6.7 million. It's an amazing amount being provided. I think that's accurate by the American Express. How do those numbers come about?
Just really the PGA Tour. They're pretty consistent, a week-by-week basis. And so, yeah, it's not a decision that we make, but truly with our sponsors and with the PGA Tour. So,
very interesting. So, where do you go after this, Pat? How many tournaments will you be participating in this year yourself?
So this is, believe it or not, it's my full-time 12-month-a-year job. So again, as we finished last year's event, back in January, we obviously had to clean up all the things off the golf course and finish the reconciliation. And truly, we'll begin planning on January 25th for next year's event. And we had big plans after last year's event until obviously the middle of March, when unfortunately, sports and we were hit with the pandemic. But this is a 12-month job for me that I'm looking forward to putting on a great event this year, and our team is excited again to bring it back next year in 2022 and beyond.
So you were Lagunier Sports the last time I talked to you guys. What's changed there?
You know, just the name. Truly, Sport 5 is our new. It's just a rebrand a few months ago, but our team is intact. We have a fantastic team that are all here executing different roles in the desert, whether it's our volunteer leaders or our operations people or our sponsor benefits people. So we're here putting on a first-class show for the world to see on the Golf Channel.
I'd like to give a shout-out to Jeff, of course.
Absolutely.
Usually get a chance to see him on Media Day and catch up with him. We had an opportunity to interview him live. I think also the winner from the year before, Francois, you had a chance to do them live. So, we're missing that Media Day where we get a chance to bond with you guys and get out there and play golf. But as you said, doing this out of abundance of precaution. But you know what? We're still going forward, and that's really what Coachella Valley and what's happening with Coachella Valley is all about. Positive people, places, and things, and trying to just showcase that we're moving forward and life is still continuing. And golf is such a big, big component, of course, of the Coachella Valley, Southern California, and the world. So I just love having you out here. I think it's great that you took the time. Francois, what else do you want to share?
No, I'm just excited also. I'm glad that it was able to happen. We love the American Express. You guys do such a great job. We know Andrew Landry will be here as well, the defending champion. So we'll see if he can do a repeat. Really exciting. The whole tournament, the field, the courses, stadium course, always drama there. So no, thanks so much, Pat, for all that you guys do. And actually your new name is a little bit easier than Lagadier because I don't know how many times I messed it up.
Yeah, sport 5, although you've got to spell out the 5, F-I-V-E, not the number.
Okay.
So it's always something.
I mean, spoken like a true director and marketer, always looking for the ease of getting people to where they need to go. Hey, CoachellaValley.com, it's the lead story. It's so simple. You go right on there, see who's playing, learn a little bit more, see a few picks from last year of the winner, and of course, get to the information you need to be able to watch the show, which is what we want you to do.
Absolutely.
Hey, Pat, I'm going to let you go. I know you're a busy man, and look forward to connecting to you again in person. And perhaps maybe during the show we could have you back on, and maybe you'll give us a little bit of an update. And perhaps on next Sunday, I know you'd be busy, but maybe you pop in for a couple minutes and say hi to us.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you having us on. We appreciate the partnership. And Francois, it looks like you're at a beautiful golf course. You might go play after you're all done here today.
That's why I keep looking over the side here. I want to make sure a golf ball doesn't come flying in front of me. It's gorgeous out here in the desert, and we can't wait to what it's going to look spectacular on television, the American Express. Great job, Pat. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it. We'll see y'all soon.
Bye, Pat.
Okay, bye.
Hey, Francoise. Why don't you bring Francoise back here real quick, Sean? Hey, how you doing? Well, what an amazing show today, right? I miss not really being with you. I miss my drive arounds and things like that. But it's so cool to be able to connect with people. They are. I like it.
Your drive arounds are, and it's hard because I have this glare, so I'm kind of trying to catch up. But the drive arounds are so much fun, though. They're so appropriate for right now because you're just showing that with everything going on, there is still life out there, and people are moving. They're out there enjoying the beautiful weather in the desert. So I'm loving the drive arounds.
Hey, Sean, thank you so much for helping us out. Obviously, community development, I think, for
Director of Community Engagement and
I never get it right. You and Lagadier have got to figure that out. But anyway, Sean works for the Desert Sands Unified School District and the Educational Foundation, and we partnered Coachella Valley. Of course, it's so important that we highlight education and what's going on in the schools. We got vaccines starting to happen now with educators, and that's working already. Sean, you and I have been talking about maybe doing some of the graduations, actually filming them live. And I hope that will work out. We can figure out how to do that. How fun would that be for relatives, people from around the world, and friends and stuff to be able to see their kids or to go through graduation and actually enjoy watching and seeing. So I hope we can work something out that way too, because it's difficult when you're not able to be there physically. And but this is a great way to be able to showcase and show things. So thank you.
Definitely. And, along the lines with graduations, I'll be the first to say that Desert Sands is very forward thinking, and they've been promoting and doing their live graduations on YouTube and for quite some time. So I would love it if we can partner with you guys and maybe push it out even more. I think that would be fantastic. We just have to run that up the proper chains. But thank you again. I want to let you know there was 2 other comments that came in while we're speaking. I think this is very valuable to show. Vicky signed up for the conference and said it was that simple by using the code.
That's great. If you sign, we talked about the CW3 Confidence Summit.com. If you go to CoachellaValley.com, that's $127 value. That's 17 speakers that start on Thursday live. You can replay it anytime you like, I think all the way through April. $127 value. It was sold out last year. We are offering it to you for free today, only today. CoachellaValley.com. You just go right to the second article. It actually says, it's about the conference, and you can click right on the link, and it's an instant savings. You only have to give your name and your email address, and the information will be sent right to you. So you can see it right there. Sean's showing our page. You can see the second article. The first one is about the American Express. We just had Pat McCabe, the director, on, and then the conference below. Just click on the link, click on that, and you will see an instant savings for you. So we want everybody to sign up. Why not? Share it with your friends. It's appropriate for teens. Post it on groups. and invite as many as possible, just to be able to support women and obviously this conference, which I think is so important.
And everybody's getting out of it.
I think it's fantastic that you guys are able to provide this information all the time. Lastly, I want to just tell you one last comment here. Gary Swartz put down, love all the information you provide on what's happening in the Coachella Valley.
Yay.
So, there you go. I thought it'd be a nice one for you guys to end on. There you go.
There you go. Hey, Francoise, anything else going on that you want to share? Also, Francoise is the executive director of the Chamber of Commerce for Borrego, the city of Borrego out there, Borrego Springs. And I'm always excited about that because she's in the middle of the largest state park, Anza State Park. Hey, there's her website right there, Traveling with Francoise. You can learn a little bit more about her. But Francoise always gives me great information about what's going on, gives me a pulse beat of what is happening in Southern California. Francoise, what is going on out there? How is Borrego holding up in season right now?
Well, we have a lot of people that are coming out there just for day drives, of course. Our farmers market, if we didn't have our farmers market, we probably wouldn't have too many events, if any, going on. So we do have our farmers market on Friday mornings from 8 to noon at Christmas Circle. Always fun. And people are being so great about wearing their masks, social distancing, getting their produce and whatever else they want, whatever else we have. We have 16, 17 vendors, and on their way they go. But the sculptures are open. So people can go to the sculptures. They're open 24/7. They're in the desert. You can get out, walk to them, take pictures. The state park is open. It's closed, though, for camping. You cannot camp there. But RV sites across the country, just so everyone knows, RV campgrounds, resorts are open because RVs are considered essential. So there you go.
I like it. I mean, what a great report from Borrego. I think you should be doing that every day for us.
I need more time, Craig. Yeah, just throw a couple 10 more minutes into my day, okay?
You know what, Francoise? You know, as I always think back about our history and starting off in radio together and doing some lives, and you know, we've really been doing this consistently. And I'm very proud of you for pushing through and working so hard because it hasn't been that simple for us. Obviously, we're an event-based programs and travel-based programs, and some of our sponsors are no longer with us, or they're just putting a hiatus and a pause. Hey, we're still around if you need any help, Coachella Valley and Traveling with Francoise. We love to do what we did today and bring people on. I mean, the director of the tournament, how fantastic is that? Co-founders of the CW3 Confidence Summit. I really like it. And we're going to get Linda Evans out here sooner or later, the mayor of La Quinta, since all these events are seeming to happen in her town.
Events will come back. They're
Coming
going
soon.
We're going to have virtual. You know what's going to happen, Craig, and all of you out there? Not only are we going to have live, in-person events, but the virtual will never go away now. Now that all this has really is entwined in our lives and our workplace and everything, virtual events will not go away. So we're going to have such a huge selection as life goes on and the pandemic slowly goes away. It's going to be really exciting.
And you're seeing more and more companies like CW3, you know, reach out to us to be able to stream their things virtually and or promote them. You know, we've been doing this for a while, and I think we're ahead of the curve. Sean's been such a help. I mean, and it's so nice to have you there because everything's coming up. It's just been so smooth. The website, it looks so professional because we are, Sean.
Exactly. And I'll point out, you asked and she answered. You asked the mayor a question, and she said she'd absolutely come on and join us.
Fantastic. That would be great. I'd love to have Linda out there. Yeah. I mean, all mayors will come out and share about their cities. I mean, this is what CoachellaValley.com is all about. We're the generic domain name. You can't get any better than that, CoachellaValley.com. So all the cities need to have their events and things and information out there for our viewers, of course.
Can I just point out real quick that you talked about virtual events, Francois? Like we just had CamFest. You guys helped us put it out virtually. And I'll say that we had our wrap-up meeting, and we said exactly that. No matter if we're back physically, not in the next time we have the event, we are still going to have a virtual event.
We can do both.
Hey, go ahead.
Person and virtual.
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly.
You know, we mentioned CamFest a couple times. I just want to tell everybody that is the Children Arts and Music Festival that used to be at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden when it was live. And of course, this year it went virtual. We had a chance to be a media sponsor and showcase all 7 days, highlighting all kinds of things that were happening there. And Sean, you know, you told me a little bit that the fundraisers were pretty good. I don't know. I don't want to necessarily put the number out there. But I was excited to hear the amount of money that was being able to be raised from corporate sponsors and also showcasing those events virtually.
No, I'll share. We just submitted an article to the National School Foundation Association for the country. And although we weren't there physically and we couldn't sell the tickets that we normally would and get, you know, the 10,000 people that we would have there, we still fundraised about $21,000. And after it's all said and done, but what's really cool, after it's all said and done, so we didn't have costs this year. It's like at a physical event, we still raised about 3/4 the amount of money that we would have raised if we were physically at the place.
Wow, so, that's unbelievable. And having done it the first year, you know, because we came on late, not really late, but, you know, we weren't really sure whether there was even going to be an event. And then when Christy decided to go for it, we were all about it. And it was fun to be a part of and just to see the kids across the school districts, you know, sharing their talents and the different mediums that they were involved in. I mean, it was dance, it was acting, it was writing, it was all kinds of things, art. I mean, it was really a beautiful show.
Yeah, most definitely it was. And thank you again for letting us promote it there.
A heads up, it's 81 degrees out here.
81 right now? See, that's what I'm saying.
81 right now in the desert.
I want a weather report every day from Borrego. We're going to do it at 9 and 11 and 1. Okay, Francois? Just so I can see you more often. I don't see you enough. Do you know, Francois, I still have your Christmas present. It's riding around the back of my car.
And I
Seriously.
Housewarming present. And we are going, now that you're in your home, your new home, we will exchange presents, okay?
Okay, that'll be cool. That'll be fun to do. So, well, this might be a good time to wrap it up. Hey, don't forget, go to CoachellaValley.com, $127 offer on the CW3 Confidence Conference Summit, actually, coming up on Thursday. The American Express starts on Wednesday, Golf Channel, and goes all the way through Sunday. $6.7 million purse. Phil Mickelson and the gang will be out here. Of course, no tickets are being sold, no concert this year. But I am happy to tell you guys that the American Express is still happening in the Coachella Valley. So what do you think, Francois, Sean? Have we done it?
You know what?
All right, I'll be back in a few minutes with Traveling with Francois on Today's California. So
okay, great. I'll see you there. So thank you so much. So don't forget, Traveling with Francois is coming right back at you on todayscalifornia.com, and we'll get her set up and pushed around so you guys can see everything. I see another comment coming in.
Yeah, it's a comment from our mayor. Thank you for the work we're doing to keep our CV residents informed.
All right, love it. Thank you so much. Well, on that note, I'm Craig Campbell for What's Happening in Coachella Valley, and I want to thank my co-host, Francois Rhodes, and Sean. See you guys next time.
Have a good one, guys.